Welcome, this is the 18th chapter of Exodus, second video. A very important ally has come to pay visit to Moses, his father-in-law, who has also brought Moses' family. Jethro, who happens to be his daughter, which brought his daughter and his grandboys. And we've been in the midst of Jethro offering some fantastic words of wisdom, just flowing forth from him fluidly. And it's making sense to him. It's making a dent in Moses. It's logical to him as he absorbs this. And why not? Finally, someone is speaking to him and not wanting something from him. So this is where we're at in the middle of this dialogue as he continues, Jethro, be who you are to these people that pertain to God, and report their words unto him, and show the people the ceremonies and the right of worshiping, these things that pertain to God, and the way they ought to walk, and the way the work that they ought to do. Provide of all these people men that are wise, men that do fear God and who know there is truth, and that do hate things like avarice, and appoint of them tribunes and centurions and quinquagenarians and deans. These will be the judges of the people at all time. And this is what he's doing, is he's separating Moses from those that pertain directly to Elohim, which only Moses knows, from those that pertain to the people's daily lives, which a person whom Jethro just described should be able to do this. A man that fears God is grounded with what he says. Men that are wise, men that do fear God. Doesn't say men and women. Right here from the start again for judgeships. Men who are wise, men who do fear God. And these are particular rights that do pertain to men and should remain with men. And these things that have been discussed, and women cross over because they think this is what they need to do. They've just been misguided, misdirected for so long that everyone thinks that this is now the way. We compete against men with their jobs versus being what you should be. It's the reason exclusively that the American judicial system is broken and needs significant repair. Since in America one can't be forced to or learn Elohim's true religion, this is the precise reason why an accused is before a judge. The number should be 3, not 1. Not one individual has that right or has that ability, especially one without these wise words that Moses is sharing with us from his father-in-law. He continues, what great matter whatsoever shall fall out, let refer to it to. Only when there's a huge matter, let them refer that finally to you as the final person. But lesser matters, unburden yourself and impart this unto others. Now, these are fantastic and logical suggestions that his father-in-law has given him. And it's amazing Moses actually didn't appoint his father right away to one of these prestigious posts. But Jethro's not there for that, really. Now, these things Moses had heard. What does he do? Well, takes them to heart. According to Chrysostom and Origen, to whom Moses willingly yielded morally, superiors are admonished by Moses' example to learn of any man that which is good. It's pretty simple. That which is good. So he chose substantial men out of all Israel, and Moses appoints them to be the princes of the people. He appoints them as tribunes, centurions, quinquagenarians, and even deans. These individuals judged the people at all times, daily affairs, and whatsoever was of any greater difficulty, it was referred to Moyses. These individuals, these tribunes, these princes, they were to judge the easier cases only, specified. And afterwards, Moses dismissed his father-in-law, his ally. And Jethro returned to his own country. Superb, right on time. Thank you. And I'm sure he had some guidance by the angels. Yeah, you need to get over there and help Moses out. He's just taking too much. He needs an ally. He needs an ally to speak with him, not just allow him all the time. This brings us to a close with this chapter. Next we meet, we will start the 19th chapter of Exodus. Until then, Pax Vobis.